Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. And we're going to do another situationship dating reaction video. So let's get into it.
This is why when you end things with someone, there is such a high chance that they're going to come back. Men hate being rejected. Last time I talked about my personal dating, I was going to end things with this guy because I just didn't feel like it was there. We've been seeing each other for about 6, going on 7 months, and it's just not progressing. So I was like, I just need to put it on the line and get out. Well, and this has happened to me multiple times. I ended it and was like super sad about it, and then starting to do better after a few days, like feeling good about it. And then this person just came running back and was like, can we talk? Can we figure out how to make it work? I just like really want you in my life. Like all the emotions that were lacking for the
I'd be like, show it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear all these, like, what I'm going to do. Just show it.
last 6 months just came pouring out. And I've been in this position before, and it's tough to say no to someone who is like, it seems like is doing everything to save a relationship. They're fighting for it, which is in your head what you want. You want someone to fight for it. So I heard him out, and we kind of talked about what would work for both of us, and I told him what I needed on my end. And it's not even that much. It was just like more communication, um like consistency. I want to feel special. I want to feel like it's going somewhere. Very, very basic.
The bare minimum is what you're saying. And he knows that. He knows that's what anyone would want. And now he's just acting stupid, like he doesn't know what you want. So don't tell him, oh, I need this, and that, right? Because he already knew. Like, you guys were dating for what, like a couple months, so she should know by now. Like, you've already voiced that, so whatever you say after that, it just doesn't really matter.
Basic things. And I thought we were on the same page. And then, so I know everything in his life. I know when he has something coming up. I know, like, when it's a tough week, when whatever. I have made just more of an effort to like talk about myself, because I'm like, okay, if they're not going to ask, I'm just going to talk about myself and see what they listen to. Guys in general, this is just a note, can sometimes be bad about asking about you. And that's
No, if someone like likes you, they're gonna ask like about you, no matter what.
it's not, I'm not trying to generalize. And I know that men and women think differently. So I try
And then this is just like making excuses for like the whole situation.
and just take it from more of like a, okay, I'm not going to sit here on the pity potty and be like, oh my God, he's not asking me questions. Like, yes, both people should be engaged. But sometimes I'm like, okay, let me just drop a little bit more. So at least I'm giving you the information. And now I'm like, what are you going to do with it? So this man knew that I had a really, really stressful week last week, and that this next week here is a very big week for my career. I basically got radio silence from him.
Mm.
I know he had a stressful week. He had something going on he had told me about. He checked in once, left me on red. That does not work for me. We had plans last night, and I was just like really upset. I'm just like, okay, this person's not changing. I'm barely getting any communication from them. We're 6, 7 months in. And I was telling him, like, just call if you're having a long day or something. Even if you just like call me at the end of the day, or like, hey, like, I've had a hell of a day, but just want you to know, like, you're on my mind. Like, things like that. I don't think that's so crazy.
It's
I
not.
don't.
It's not.
Still just didn't get that. And then last week, I just really was going through it with work, and he didn't even really check in with me on work. I would tell him, and then he wouldn't even acknowledge it. It's like only I have to engage with what's going on in his life and his work. And I have this really big thing next week for my career, and I'm like, I don't even think he remembers. I don't even think he knows. I've mentioned it so many times, and I really don't even think it's on his radar. So we were supposed to have plans last night, and I was just like, absolutely not. I'm just this might be immature, but I was just like, I'm not going to respond to anything. I was like, I'm not holding my Friday for someone who can't even text me back during the
Yes, you
week, who
shouldn't.
I've been seeing for.
Yeah, you shouldn't, because make other plans. Like, you should be on another date if he wants to act up. Because, I mean, that's not your man, so you can go on another date. And if he's mad, then oh well.
This long. We just had this huge conversation on what I want out of this and if it's going that direction. And I just feel like he told me everything I wanted to hear
Mm-hmm.
and then went right back to.
Because you told him what you wanted, and then he's like, oh yeah, I can be that for a short amount of time, so I can like just keep you where you are, and then go back to doing what he's doing.
Putting in the absolute bare minimum and getting what he wants and then leaving the rest. That does not work. And this is why, let me pause. Everyone hates being rejected, but men sometimes see it as a challenge. If it's something that's like new, or I don't know, like in my experience, every single time the man has come back and been like, let me prove to you, blah, blah, blah. I am, I have a really hard time like saying no to people in general, like at work or like personally. I hate saying no to plans. I feel like I always give them the benefit of the doubt and give them that chance to step up. There's not one example where it worked out. Not one. Those issues don't just go away. It's like everything's good for a little bit and they're giving their absolute best and then it goes back to that. And then you have to be prepared to walk away because you put everything on the line, had this big conversation. It's not changing. It's not going to change. You already threatened to leave and this is how it is. I've thought a lot about like what to say or do, and I feel like we had such an emotional. I mean, like it was a really tough conversation. We had such an emotional conversation. It was an emotional week. Like I don't have the energy to do that again. You're gonna ignore me and treat me like shit and disrespect me like that over and over again. I'm not even gonna give you the time of day. So
I need to see the update, because why don't I believe this?
I assume he's gonna try and like reach out again this weekend. I'm just not gonna even touch it. I have a really big week next week, and I can't emotionally. I don't have the capacity for this roller coaster right now. I need to just get through that. I think I'm just gonna put a pin in this. I think eventually I'll like respond and just tell him like this is not it, and I'm not going to tolerate this level of disrespect. For people that are struggling with the breakups or creating boundaries, I think like there's always a level of forgiveness and understanding to take into those conversations. But if things aren't actually changing, or they change for a little bit and they go back, change for a little bit and go back, like it's up to you to get off the roller coaster.
That's right. That's right.
They're showing you their colors and it's not just going to magically change. You have to have the self-respect to walk away and know there is better. There is someone is going to treat you way, 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 way better.
Now let's see if she stuck to her guns on what she was. Okay, so she's sticking to her guns. Ooh, he said, "Hi, sorry, I've been MIA, crazy week. How are you?" I'm like, the audacity. Mm, that's the worst. Oh, I wish you well. Like, oh, take care. Are you serious right now? You're a menace to my life, and you're gonna say some take care? How dare you? After he like went MIA after like a week or something, I don't know. Like, what? You responded, girl. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Why did you respond? That should have been a left on red, not responding. You still okay, I can see. You still care a little bit, but you should not have responded. And he knows, like the no reply would have been sign enough. He would have been like, dang, she really done with me. But you giving him the reply, no, he's like, well, I still got her. Okay, so I'm glad for the update. She does go on, and she is like posting stuff like other dating stuff, and then like first date, and then she do like a first date recap. I might do a video on that. Um yeah, so it seems like she really standing on business, but it's only been a couple weeks, so we'll see if he come back around. I'm gonna end the video there.